Only one race left on the European Tour calendar as we are back here once again, Karjala Raceway, the end of the European Tour and what will mark the halfway point of the 2018 Sunoco Elite Series season. Welcome back, everybody. We are here for the very first sprint race of Elite's history. This is the Karjala Sprint, 11 laps. Not a long race. This is not going to be a long video, but it's going to be something. It's a cloudy 80-degree day here in Finland, relatively warm day for Finland, but it is summer, so that's what you would expect. On pole position, it is the top 20 that have been flipped from finishing order of the feature, meaning it is Wolfstein von Schaefer who finished 20th in the feature, starting on pole position here in the Karjala Sprint. Schaefer hasn't gotten off to the best start of the year. Haven't talked about him much, but he really needs to start picking up his pace soon, and leaving the European Tour where a lot of people thought he would shine, he really needs to kick it up with more speedways on the way. Alongside Lorenzo Long, it's looking more and more likely that this could be his last season. No news on his re-signing, no news on anything on that, no rumors at all. The log, this might be it for him, but he may want one last win before he goes, and this could be his best opportunity. On row 2, Tyler Faber had a great start to the feature race, but it just slowly deteriorated as time went on, and he ended up in 18th place. Faber, it sucks that he went this far down in only 22 laps, but he's going to hope to recover here today. He could win this race. That's alongside Cody Lamas in his new 711 28 machine. They were getting that car ready when the feature race was about to begin, and they just couldn't get it ready and rolled out on track. They had to roll out the backup from the previous week. And so they got that out on track, and ran it into a great 17th place finish. Right now he comes in, he's got his new car, the setup's good, everything's good to go, his sponsor's back, and confidence seems pretty high for the 28 crew. He's done a lot better in this 28 than he did in the 04. On row 3, Roman Rahal looking for his second win of the year and looking to get himself right in the middle of the title fight. A win earlier this season in Hockenheim, but it wasn't really an earned one due to the penalty of Johan Arndt retracting his win and giving it to Rahal. Rahal may want a win of his own. Alongside Sean Angel, who is still very, very close. I believe it's 12 points back from the ever-so-threatening it's actually 13 points back from the ever-so-threatening William Duncan, the points leader, who's only one row back from him. Angel looking to try and take away the points lead from Duncan today, but with Duncan right behind him, we'll just have to wait and see. On row 4, it is Paul Jackson. On row 4, it's not Paul Jackson, it's Daniel Bouchard, who finished one position ahead. Behind Sean Angel, ahead of Sean Angel. I'm getting confused, right? Bouchard has had a very up and down season thus far, but it is working out today. He finished top 20 in the feature, and he's looking for a possible top 10, maybe top 5 here in the sprint to finish out the European Tour strong. That's alongside your points leader, William Duncan, who had a great start to the race, but the pit stop kind of screwed him. He ended up pretty low in the top 20, not what he wanted, but at least he was close to his championship rivals. And on row 5, Paul Jackson has had a really rough last few races, a few retirements, and he's really looking to turn it around today. It was a top 20 finish for the 10 car, but he really wants more than that. He's starting in the top 10, starting at P9. We'll see. Can he pick it up and get himself a great finish here in Karjala? And that's alongside Paul Jackson, Cordell Paulson, the 42, who there's been some rumors that he might go to Maverick next year. Only rumors, of course, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that 42 crew if he moves to Maverick. Before we get started, a few more things we need to talk about. Aiden Shepard was reported with I forget what the fucking term is. He got hit with a concussion, pretty big one. And Shepard is not cleared to race. He is not cleared to race until the A2 Tour. So Shepard's going to be out for a little while. He says he is planning his return back to the 34 soon enough, but he needs some time to rest. This means we had a new driver come into play. Well, not a new driver, but an old driver. Ryan Monaco was up in the booth for Monaco Dynasty, part of the Ford Alliance. Roush called him down, put him in the 34, and he'll be running through the rest of the international tour until we get back to America. Ryan Monaco back on the grid, and all three Monacos are racing on the grid together. Very interesting to see, but Ryan's got a long way to go in his first start back, with where Shepard finished near the rear, and no one near the back gets reversed, ordered, so he's just going to have to hunt up through the field, so it's going to be a little rough to see that. But in his return back, we all hope that he does well. But yeah, this is about to get pretty exciting here. Brock looking to win the European Tour. He's got a decent lead over Shane Vincent and John Art, so we'll have to see, can Brock put it together. But as we come down the command for the last time in Europe. Cars are fired up and ready to go for the last time in the European Tour. The first time in Elite's history for a sprint. Green flag is in the air. Faber got off the line the best. He's going to try to get down the inside of Schaefer early, but Rahal and Bouchard are going to chase after. We're clean through 1 and 2, but how are we going to be through here? This is where some... Oh, God. No, I don't like that. Row, stop it. We've talked about this, Row. Thank you. All right. We are good. Any mechanicals? Nope. We are good. It is Tyler Faber out front. Schaefer was able to get second back. He's going to start to chase after Faber. Faber has never won a race in... Oh, that was a big mistake. He's never won a race in Elites because he drove for his own team for 2 years, and that team just could not perform when they were the Honda flagship for that little bit of time before Maverick Wolf became a thing. But Faber, this is his first year in top equipment. He needs to get a race win to prove that he can do good. Oh, Halleck up in smoke early. The first incident strikes. Ooh. Vincent and Finguy get together. Teammates, and Finguy is not playing around right now. Gonna get through both him and Ryan. End of lap 1, it is Tyler Faber leading it. Oh! Incident in the back! That's Ryan! I think Vignacco and Vincent got a piece of that, but they look to be okay. The big one is Ryan Monaco around in the back at the end of the final corner. I'll check that out in just a moment. We should turn back to the front. It is, right now, Faber, Von Schaefer, and Rahal. Then it's a Thundersport 4-5 with Bouchard in the log. Holding strong, Angel in 6, trying to take the points lead away from Duncan. But he's only got 9 points on Duncan. Duncan still holds the points lead as of now. Jackson's gaining some points. Windhelm's trying to do some good. Bartlett started in 19th. He's up to 13th now. Bartlett on the move. Much quicker than Rowe was, and the battle between Rowe and Jack Vignacco seems to be heating up once again. This was the battle for the win back in the feature. Now they're battling for 18th because of the reverse order. But instead it's Bouchard who seems to be running away. This is a really good day for Dan Bartlett. Von Schaefer. Schaefer does not seem to be giving up on catching that 35. He's staying close, but let's go check out what happened earlier on lap 1. First to Halleck and then to Ryan. Just the chicane being the chicane. Halleck and Freeze will be going for the same piece of real estate, and it just wouldn't go right. Not really anyone's fault. Lots of cluster on lap 1, and it just... sometimes it just doesn't end well. Bad luck for Jack Halleck. Not a good race here in Karjala. And Shane Vincent being Shane Vincent like he was earlier, and he does the same thing, dumping the 34 into the 17, but Ryan would not go down without taking him with him, and he tags the 04 on the way down. Benyako and the 04 of Shane Vincent seem to be okay. I don't see any real damage on that 17, just a little bit more worn down tires. But that look for those guys, Benyako, not what he needed. Shane, gonna have to answer for that. Again. We return back. Faber trying to lead out front, but you can see that 7 is not giving an inch. In fact, the 7 is a little bit quicker than the 35 is. No one else behind seems to be. I see Bartlett starting to search for maybe on his teammate, and he's gonna try the inside here. That's not the recommended line. Through the carousel, but he's gonna try to push on Paulson there. Bartlett getting aggressive. That touring car experience really starting to shine as he looks very fast. Maybe the fastest guy out here right now. I would keep my eye on that 86. A log now starting to peek on his teammate. Lorenz got in an incident, right? Yeah, got in an incident with Jack Benyako and Von Schaefer in post-race. Earlier in the actual race, we thought it was a log's fault. Post-race, they looked back and registered it as a racing incident and did not fault a log. So Lorenzo Log was given his points back and moved up into 17th in points, so he's looking pretty strong. And a top 5 is exactly what a log needs for his championship hopes right now. Any more incidents? No. We are still clean. We're clean on lap 2 and 3. We see that is Duncan on Jackson. Gonna be making that move. Duncan wants to dispose of him as quickly as possible. Ooh. I think Arndt made a mistake somewhere because... They seem very far back. That's odd. Jackson versus Windhelm, but I think Windhelm's got the edge here. He's got the line, he'll take it away. Hans Windhelm up into 9th. It's a good job for the German. The other German up in 2nd, just trying to chase after the 35. This is not a long race. We are almost to the halfway point already. So if Von Schaefer wants to win this race, he needs to start catching him soon. Angel probably now sees Duncan just a little bit closer. Angel lost 6 points to Duncan in the feature. This is a half points event though. So he would only be gaining, I believe, maybe 4. Because, yeah, only 50 points are on the line. But don't get me wrong, just because it's 50 points on the line doesn't mean that this isn't worth a win, and it would be. This is 100% worth a win, so if Faber gets this, the win is his. Come down the front straightaway. I see the 40 of Jeffrey Finguy in pit lane. A log has gotten through Bouchard. What happened to Finguy? Griffin's track record with the chicane is really not going well. But this time it would be Griffin who makes the mistake. Luckily they would unclip and we wouldn't get another Shepherd. Finguy would try to get that car going again. You could see him turning the car. But he says it just wouldn't go forward. And it would have to get towed back. Bad luck for Jeffrey Finguy. Fastest lap of the race so far is out of Von Schaefer. And Schaefer just 1/10 down a lap. It looks like he could have the potential to get him. But right now the guy who's fastest is the 51. That being Lorenzo Log, chasing after Roman Rahal, now trying to become the top Honda in the field. A Log, very big in his glory days at Lime Rock, was his best track, so he knows how to race at road courses. He now breezed down the neck of the 83. He also won at Old Spice, an old track we went to back in the day. And here he comes, Lorenzo Log. He's got pace, but no, he's not going to get there on Rahal yet. Rahal just a little more in his prime than the 51 is. Log hasn't been in his prime for years. Season 4 was probably his last year where he was great, and you know, it's been 3 years since he's been in that pace, so it's good to see Lorenz back doing good again, being really quick, but I don't know, I just don't think we'll get to see the old Lorenzo Log peeking through because I don't think he's got what it takes to win this race, honestly. Although he is looking to fight for a podium. Did he close? Yeah, by 1/10, and Log's gaining more. I don't know. I still don't know if he's got what it takes to get up there. Angel trying to get through Bouchard now. Getting through Bouchard would be really important because it would be just a few more points. A few more points to gain on the 4. And here it comes around the outside. He's got the good line. You hook it around. Yeah, easy moves. Sean Angel up into 5th. He's got a top 5 now. Faber has just got to keep on the pace, and the race is his. This would be his first career win. It would be the first-time winner this season. In fact, we're looking for 2 possible first-time winners, being the 35 or the 7. And they look to be the biggest contenders to win this because Rahal does not look quick enough, and in fact, he's just having a log breathing down his neck constantly. Look back, how's Bartlett? Hanging down in 12th. A 2nd and a 12th would still be an absolutely amazing day for the 86 crew. Luckily, not scoring well for the people near the bottom in the sprint isn't as bad. And the 34 back on track, but isn't going to be as bad as it would be because, you know, it could be a full points race, but it's not. It's a half points. So, not scoring that good won't be too big of a deal. And yeah, I did just note that, yeah, he's still losing pace. I think at most Alog is going to get Rahal here, but I think this might be Faber's sprint to win. Oh, I think Alog's got him now. Alog on the outside now. He's got the line. Lorenz is done being the 2nd best Honda in the field. He's got the line. He's got the speed. And Lorenzo Log around Roman Rahal, and that is a podium position for the 51. Doesn't look like it's going to be a win, but, you know, this works too. This is a good day for the 51. Good day for Thundersport, because you can see the 15 back here, although the 19... Oh, no, Connor's been making a lot of ground. Okay. Because Connor started near the very rear due to an incident that we didn't actually catch in the feature. But no, Connor is on the move, and he is doing pretty well. Okay. So yeah, all of Thundersport is having a pretty nice day. Not bad for the Thundersport crew. This is what they needed. Duncan now under pressure from the 58 of Hans Windhelm. This position is going to be very important. It's more points in Angel's favor and not what the 4 wants. We should also check on the 01, William Brock. He's currently fighting for the European Tour. And with where he is, as long as he finishes decent, it's Brock's tour. And that would be immense for his title hopes. He just needs an okay day. Doesn't even need a good one. Because his biggest threat is right here, in the form of John Arndt. Arndt is not close enough to the front to be able to contest for this. He's about, what was this, like 30 points down? Too far. Too far. Definitely not 5 positions. So, right now, Brock's got it. Oh, Log's trying to speed up. Faber was really slow last time around. I think Faber still got it. I don't know what that last lap was for Thayer, but I think he still got it. Alog now is starting to actually put the pressure onto the 7. He is actually very quick. And again, if he had the full feature race, this race would be his. Lorenz would win. But, well, with the pace he has, he'd probably win. But it's a sprint. You need to be fast, and you need to be pushing as hard as you can to get through the field. Or it's just going to go to the 35, and I think the 35's got this. 3 to go for Thaber. Alog is so quick. You really got to give him kudos for how blazing fast he is today. Faster than we've seen him in a long time, but not fast enough. It's just not fast enough. He would need a mechanical issue or a major mistake out of 35. Both Schaefer and Alog would need that out of the 35 for him to give this up. The 7 is close, but he's not close enough to win this. I think Thaber and Roush Racing, after a very bittersweet end to last week, a win is exactly what they need. It would be the first win for Roush Racing Enterprises of the year. It took them half of the year to get it. But they just need to hold on 2 more rounds around the track. Alog now really starting to get close to the 7. You gotta think, Schaefer's coming in here his first year in this 7 car, but Alog, this is his 7th year in Elites. This is a guy with more experience than literally everyone around him. While Rahal and Angel have only competed in 1 season less, Thaber is the most experienced guy near the front. Actually, you keep looking back. The next guy down with the same amount of experience is Jackson in 10th. Then it's Eric and Arndt as well. Well, actually, not Arndt. Arndt missed the season. Most of the season. So yeah, Alog is one of the most experienced guys up here. Thaber's losing time! Thaber, you can't choke it away now. There's no way he chokes this away. I think Alog's putting too much pressure on this 7 car for Schaefer to keep up this pace. Schaefer is getting closer to the 35, but is it enough? I don't think it is. Coming down the backstretch 2 more times. That gap is half a second. It's less than it was at the line. You can see it. But still, even now they need a big mistake out of Thaber for there to be hope. Alog is absolutely breathing down the 7's neck now. He is there. Oh, there's smoke. I think there was an incident. We'll check that out post-race, because we got a battle on our hands. Alog continues to put the pressure on. Thaber's getting away. I think it's Thaber, but who's getting second? Oh, Alog is absolutely hunting the 7. Here he comes down the inside. White flag for Thaber, but Alog's going for second. On fire. Oh, I think it's the 39 who went around in the chicane. Check that out in just a minute. Alog has gotten through the 7. He can start hunting the 35, but again, if he had more time, he just needed more time and he would have caught him. Guaranteed he would have caught him. The 51 is 100% quicker than the 35, but he is just not quick enough. He doesn't have enough time. This is it. Thaber's going to victory lane. Oh my god. He hunted on his own team as an owner-driver on Sava Sport for 2 years. One of the worst teams that's ever been on the Elites grid. Left the series, just hunting on the box for his lights team, but was given the call to replace a suspended Hans Windhelm, and performed so well he was given the opportunity of his life to drive for Roush Racing Enterprises. He stated his allegiance is with Ford. He is sticking with Ford for his career, and he's going to make Ford happy because they're going to victory lane. For the first time this year, Roush Racing Enterprises, Alog was quick, but he wasn't quick enough. Through the last corner, Tyler Thaber, for the first time in his Sunoco Elite Series career, will go to victory lane. He wins the sprint in Karjala. Thaber was 4/10 slower, 1 more lap, and I think Alog could have caught him. 1 more was all Alog could have needed. That was the Lorenzo Log we used to know. But it's Tyler Thaber on top. Here in Karjala in the very first sprint race. He must have been sweating in those last few laps, seeing that 7 and the 51 close in very quick. If that 7 wasn't in between these two, I think a log could have got it. The 51 was close. Again, one more lap and it would have probably been his. But the 35, Roush Racing Enterprises, will go to victory lane for the first time this year. And it's Tyler Thaber, his first career win in the Elite Series. Exactly what the 35 needed. Exactly what Roush Racing needed after that bittersweet end last week, having their fastest driver injured. Thaber showing that he can pick up the slack that Shepard left. Congratulations to Tyler Thaber going to victory lane. There was an incident we missed. So before we look at the finishing results, let's go see what happened in the chicane with, I believe, 3 to go. Okay, so here's what happened. It wasn't in the chicane. In fact, it was here when Bobo Jones would come to 35, and Griffin cannot catch a break. As another incident, the third incident this weekend that Griffin would get involved in. He just cannot catch a break this week. And this would be the one that would really slow his car. And both the 39 and the 6 would have a sucky end to their days. Bad luck for Griffin and the 39 of Bowers. Bobo will have to answer for that one as well. Although there isn't many points to lose, he'll still probably lose some. Yeah, this is why they would run. They would get a little bit into the grass there and kick up some dirt. That's why we saw the dirt in the chicane. Bad luck for the 39 and the 6. Congratulations to Tyler Thaber. Let's go look at your finishing results. So Tyler Thaber goes to victory lane for the very first time in his Sunoco Elite Series career. He got his first pole position all the way back in his debut start, and it took him 4 years to go from a pole to a win. Tyler Thaber on top here in Karjala. Lorenzo Log, fastest guy hands down. In second, Schaefer in third, Rahal fourth, Angel fifth, Bouchard sixth, Lamas seventh, Duncan eighth. Duncan gonna lose some points to the 78, but he's not gonna lose a ton. He's still gonna retain his points lead. Jackson 9th, Arnton 10th, and if you look down in 17th will be enough, and William Brock will get 40 extra bonus points and put himself right in the title fight here as we move on to the International Tour. So congratulations to William Brock. You look down through the field, some people just didn't have amazing days. Roush, 21st, not bad. Could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse for the 38. And Mulcher just did not have a good day. Where was he? 32nd. Not a good day for the 37, but Thaber picked up the slack and takes the win. Excellent day for the 35 crew. They were on point just enough to beat up the 51. But a log finally shining through what we know him for. That speed, that burst of speed that comes out of nowhere. But sadly, he'll have to wait another day for the win. In what could be his last season, we're all hoping he gets that win. But congratulations to Tyler Thaber taking his first career win. The European Tour is over, and next time we're heading over to Japan. It will be Twin Ring Motegi, first speedway back since Paris. It's actually be 2 speedways in a row, Paris and Calder Park, being the two speedways in the International Tour back-to-back. So we're very excited for that. So back on the speedways, a lot is expected out of people like Shane Vincent getting on pace, people like Ryan Griffin getting back on pace, stuff like that. We'll have to see how it goes. 2 more tours left. We're at the halfway point of the 2018 season. 10 rounds down, 10 more to go. Congratulations to Tyler Thaber. William Duncan, your points leader as we head to the halfway point of the season. We will see you all heading into the International Tour next time. Ciao.